What's up, guys? Baker here. One sec. Okay. This is part 2 of the OCE breakdown Stam 540 Wallbang. Oh my goodness. Last time I left you off with making this element stuff, and I'm going to make the episodes a little bit longer, 15 minutes now, just to still grab your attention, but still get enough time to do some stuff. So, haven't worked around it yet, but I think I know what happened. Is the first path layer is my logo, and there's no mask on it. So if I turn that back on, I have this. I'm just going to go up to Layer, Auto Trace, and this is has an alpha channel. So I go to alpha. You can trace luminance if it's black and white, but alpha channel, it'll trace the alpha channel for me. And okay, so FaZe logo has our own mask on it, and my BakersTuts logo has BakersTuts mask on it stuff. So anyways, okay, so now we go to element, go to scene setup, now we go to extrude, and now it works, so that's good. So let's just take a preset here, the basic bevels. I really like this double down one, pretty thick, I think, and the back is black, but that's okay. I kind of want it all red, but that's fine. So anyways, what we can do is go to our model right here, just duplicate. So right click and duplicate model, and we scroll down here to this bottom one, and we change the 1 to a 2, so uncheck the 1, and we'll just go to the path right here, custom path, and instead of path 1, path 2. Now we get the FaZe logo. And then right click it again, duplicate model again, scroll down. Actually, it is right here, I think. Let me see. We have 2, 1, 2. Okay, so this one at the bottom. So take 2, make it 3, and change this to 3. Now we got Baker. Okay, duplicate it one more time. And let's see, 1, 3. Make sure you use the right one. So renaming it would probably help, but 3, make it 4, and make this 4. Now we have Stamina. So we have 4 models. We have Stamina, we have logo, and we got Baker. Okay, so we click OK, and they're all way over there, so that's not good. So I'm going to go to group 1. Actually, what I can do, world transform, and just move everything. Why is it not? Oh, that's anchor point. I don't want anchor point, I want position. So let's move this back this way. Move it up. Let's see how far this is. Quarter. Zoom out. So is this needs to be closer, a little bit higher, and that looks okay for now. So what I'm gonna do first is go to, let's say, group 3, and I think this is the text. Yeah. So I'm gonna push this forward in front of the big logo, and I'm going to take this exact number and copy it to group 4. So a fast way to do that is, let's see here, group 3, copy and paste group. We're going to go to copy, go to group 4, close this up, and go to copy paste, group 4, paste. So it's kind of hard to see, but Stamina and Baker are now overlapping perfectly. So let's see, what else can I do? So the way I made it flip is kind of like this. So somewhere in the middle, I need the, let's see, who did I have first? I think I had FaZe Stamina first. So group 1, turn the replicator off to 0, keyframe it at 0, and then give me a second here. I'm trying to do it like everything at once. So yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll go to group 2, which is the FaZe logo, particle replicator at 1, move forward a couple frames. Actually, it should just be 1 frame. So let's zoom in here, 1 frame over. I push U, so the particle count goes down to 0, and this particle count goes up to 1. So it switches from the FaZe logo to Baker logo. And we're going to do the same thing for the text. So if we go to group 3, Go to particle replicator. This one is the Baker one. Yeah. So first I want Baker off, so that's going to start at 0. Keyframe it. Close it. Group 4 with Stamina. I'm going to go to particle replicator, particle count, start at 1. Go forward 1 frame. This goes down to 0. Push U again. Too many U's. Come on, buddy. There we go. And then this one to 1. So it's basically like an on-off switch. So the first we have Stamina and FaZe. Move forward 1 frame. We have Baker and that. So what I'm gonna do now is, oh man, this is so tricky. We need to rotate these thingies. So I'm gonna go forward and backwards a little bit, and I'm gonna go into. Start with group 1, particle look, I think. Rotation. Rotates, let's see, rotate X is around which way? Why isn't it going? Group 1, element, yeah. I think, maybe it's not. Reset these real quick. Maybe it's in particle replicator, let's see. Rotation, can we rotate this now? Wow, nothing is. Oh, group 1 was BakersTuts. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me get this right. Okay, group 2, we're going to go to particle replicator, rotation, and now does it rotate? Okay, so this guy rotates, but I want it the other way, which is this way. Sweet. So, since I want everything to rotate at the same time, I'm going to make a. What's it called? Let me just search it up. Slider control. I need a slider control. Get out of here, buddy. Alright. Search up slider control. Put that on your element layer so we can see it right here. And just keyframe your slider control from 0. And let's see. Push U. So we have this. I want the switch between the 2 logos to be right in the middle. So I'm going to go on after side, about the same distance. And let's make this, what do you think? 360 times, how many times do you guys want to make it rotate? Let's say 4 times. That. Okay. So what we're going to do is basically link the rotations all to this value. So they'll all be the same. And you'll see why that is good. So group 2, rotation on the X. I'm going to do X. Rotation on the X, hold Alt, stopwatch, pick whip this to the slider right there. Then go to group 1 and go to rotation on the X, hold Alt, stopwatch, pick whip to slider right there. Oops, I said pick whip to slider. Alright, good. Then we'll do that to the text as well, group 3. So we'll go to particle replicator, rotation on the x-axis. So alt-click stopwatch again, pick whip to slider. Close it out. Group 4, go to rotation, pick whip. You guys are getting tired of this, huh? I can tell. I know it. So all this stuff should be spinning pretty goodly. So they kind of seem like they're overlapping. So what we can do is just move the text forward a little bit. So that was group 3 and group 4. So I'll move this forward about here, so negative 500. Group 3, change group 4 as well, negative 500. So just know that all the big logo for each thing need to be in the same position, and the text needs to be in the same position. So what's cool about linking this up is I can easy ease these keyframes. I can go into graph editor here, and I can mess with the speed that everything spins and stuff, right? So, and that affects everything at the same time, so everything can look really fast and smooth down and all that. So don't forget to do motion blur as well. We can just switch on the motion blur for the element layer and for comp, and looks nice and blurry, and the transition is pretty fast and it looks nice and stuff. So pretty sweet. Now I'm going to make the little sea of particles, and that is with a new solid. Go ahead and call this form. Make sure it's comp size. Okay. This is a third-party plugin called track code form, and we get basically if I solo this and I make it at 0, 0 really quick so we can see it. It's basically like a sheet of particles. So I'm going to make one sheet instead of 3. So particles in Z, make it 1. And we're going to change the size really big. So you can't see it. So let me make the particles bigger so you can see it real quick. I'll make this like 4 for right now. So we got a whole bunch of particles, right? A big sheet of particles. So I'm going to make it, move it over to the left. And I also want to rotate it flat. So on the x-axis, I'm going to rotate it down like that. See that? Negative 90. So let's solo that and my cinematic and the camera. Okay. So I see my particles here, and they look flat on top of the train, so that's good. But I want it, let's say, a little bit higher, and let's make it wider, and let's make it longer. Hold on, I gotta get this phone call. Hello. Hi. What's up? You come over here. What about dinner? What? What about dinner? Fine. Love you. Bye. Alright, so I got my sea of particles. Make sure it's still showing in the beginning, so I need to make it larger, or I can scoot it closer to me. And that looks pretty good. So the way I made it looks so awesomely cool and stuff. Let's first increase the particles in X and Y so we get a more dense sheet of particles and stuff. So that looks pretty cool. Next, what I did is I had it react to the audio. I don't know if you really saw that or not, but it did. So the way we have to kind of trick it is I'm going to take the song here, copy. Now I know my cinematic is going to start right at this blip right here. So I'm going to go back to the cinematic here, paste my song, push LL, and I can see all my song stuff. And I gotta find that one part now, so let's see. It's all quiet, and I think that is the blip that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna have that start right at the same time. So basically, this song should overlap with this song. And if not, we can always adjust this one how we want it. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna go to form, and we're gonna close this out. Close this out. We have a thing called audio react. Audio layer, I'm going to change this to in my eyes. Alright. And I'm going to map this to the, let's see, displays, disperse. I think it was not displays. Let me see if it's also in layer maps. I think map over, B layer, displacement. I'm going to mess around with it and we'll see. But basically, we have this and we're going to map it to, let's just start with fractal. Let's see what happens. And so what's going to happen is we need to go to our fractal field and we're going to affect, we're going to displace it a little bit. So it's like that, all wavy, like a C. I'm going to add a little bit of flow to the right, so I'm just going to pump this up. So as we go forward, it's kind of moving to the right. And it should be, let's see, go back to audio react, and let's see, map to, oh, that's reactor 4. What? Reactor 1, let's make it disperse, see what happens. Kind of subtle. You can change up the strength a lot. Does that do anything? I'll have to figure it out next episode, but that's the basic of this thing. I mean, it doesn't have to have audio react. I can just skip that. But basically what I did next was just add some star glow to colorize it a little bit, and make sure you set this to add and set the layer itself to add. So very bright. Actually, let's make it screen, not so bright. And screen. And the colors I used were to match the color correction, so like a blue and some kind of light blue, spirit, something like that. So let's look how it looks in our cinematic. It's a little too purplish. I'll change it in the next episode. But let's go back and unsolo everything. So we have our, our big logo thing and the sea of particles. And yeah, make sure you like the video, Facebook, all that stuff. Leave comments, stuff, and check out next episode. And yeah, okay, peace.